everyone, and welcome back to the Content Mix. I'm Carlota Pico, and I'm excited to be here today with Justyna Ludwiniak, who is Senior Global Social Media Manager at Luxoft and has over 10 years of experience in marketing and communications. Welcome, Justyna, and thank you so much for joining us today on the Content Mix.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Justyna, I'd like to ask you a little bit about your background. How did you end up being Senior Global Social Media Manager at Luxoft? What brought you to where you are today?
So I always wanted to be a journalist, but it never happened. But I had a quick or short journey being a radio speaker. It was my actually first real job. But after this episode, I decided to study public relations and communications. And during the studies, I started to work in a PR agency. I worked in a few, actually. And in one of them, I received a task to prepare social media strategy for our clients. And that was it. Actually, I thought that time that it will be something I would like to do in the future. So doing social media. And I changed this PR agency for the digital agency just to learn more about the social media, about the digital campaigns, how to drive traffic on our website, how to measure it. And after this work, I received a job offer for the IT position. It was a self-reliant social media position. That time, I was responsible for the creating social media from the scratch, and I've been working in IT industry for the 7 years now. So after that company, I started to work for the Luxoft.
Okay, how exciting! So, what is Luxoft?
Luxoft is a service, IT service provider worldwide. We have a different line of businesses like automotive, financial services, healthcare and life science. Yes, so that's what we are doing on a daily basis.
Okay, excellent. And what about skills? So let's talk about the skills that you need to be efficient in your role. What type of skills would you look for in a new hire?
I think that it would be both soft and hard skills. So soft skills like effective communication, because I'm working in an international team across the globe, actually, because I have colleagues in the US, in the UK, in Sweden. So we are working online. So this efficient, good communication is crucial for us. Another thing, it will be teamwork. Because we would like to work together, having brainstorms, just be close to each other to work on a different project. So the teamwork as well, but flexibility. I would say that this is also something which helps me to work. And if it comes about the hard skills, it would be the mining data, because we are doing a lot of digital campaigns, so we get a lot of data from the campaigns. So we need to analyze it. We are using many tools to analyze it, to plan the campaign, to drive the campaign. So all of the tools which are connected with the campaigns as well, and the knowledge of it, right? So this is what helps me to work.
Okay. The other day, Justyna, I was actually reading an article about how important qualities are as well on top of skills, because skills at the end of the day, well, you can learn skills, right? But qualities are something that are just ingrained in our DNA and it's part of who we are. So when it comes to qualities, what qualities would you watch out for in a new hire for your role? What type of qualities would you want that new candidate to have?
I think that the most important thing, it would be that this person needs to be open-minded. So the social media, the marketing industry is changing very fast. We have a new tools, we have new tactics, we have new forms of ads. So this person needs to be willing to know about the new, about all of the new stuff which is coming. So I think that this person needs to be very quickly fast learning. Above all of it, I guess that this person needs to be tech savvy, so interested in technologies, because so we are a technology company, so we have many solutions like artificial intelligence solutions, like autonomous driving. We are creating apps for digital cockpits. So this is something which somebody needs to be interested in and excited about, like me, for example. So I would look for this feature in a new candidate for my position.
Mm-hmm. It actually, those topics make me really excited as well, because in my former life, I was a tech entrepreneur. So anything that has to do with tech stuff and innovation, I eat it all up. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. I was looking at, are you familiar with Paul Gillen? He's a social media influencer. And he said actually the following: transparency may be the most disruptive and far reaching innovation to come out of social media. So, Justyna, as someone who breathes and lives social media every day, what are your thoughts on his statement?
Mm-hmm. I will start with this, that we are living in a consumer world, that consumer are taking control of what they want to read, what they want to see, what they trust. So the organizations which provide the reliable and trustworthy informations gain more. Just like this, so gain more followers. Maybe they're selling more. This is the question for this companies. But I guess that Paul said this many years ago. So many of the companies just doing it right now. So they are transparent. They are transparent in the communications. If it comes about the social media, we have data, right? After the campaigns, we have a data, and anybody can see those data. So those data are also transparent. So we have like two funnels of the communication in here. And I guess that the great example of being transparent. I don't know if you've heard about the MasterCard case studies. Many years ago, the MasterCard executive leadership challenged the organization just to change a little bit to transform the B2B financial services giant to the more customer-friendly company. They wanted to be just more friendly company, so they've created a conversational suite. It was a global engine which was gathering all the data from the globe, was monitor all the conversations about the MasterCards. The question they asked, it was how the people are using mobile payments. It was like the main subject. But I'm talking about this that because they got all of this data, they monitor this data, and they apply it to the marketing strategy, the global strategy. So they were listening to people who were talking about the products, and just MasterCard just took it and create something bigger, something bigger. And I think this is a great example of the transparency. So they were not afraid of what people will be talking about them. They were just curious what people are talking about the MasterCard and this mobile payment in this particular case. So the transparency is very important. And I also worked in a company which transparency was one of the business core value, one of the 5 business core value. So the communication was totally transparent.
That's so interesting. Well, thank you so much. As a spinoff as well, what brands do you think will disrupt the market, and what do they bring to the table in the social media sphere that makes them stand out?
Mm-hmm. I can tell you that it will be, I don't know, Starbucks, Nestle, or Microsoft, but I don't know it. I don't know it. I can tell you that the brands will, in my opinion, that the brand who will disrupt the market, it will be brands who are innovative, who are not afraid of using new technologies, new tools, like Mastercard, right? It was many years ago, but I guess that the social media listening tool was quite innovative. So I think that those brands will stand out from the crowd on a different level. So we have many tools which are available, and we just need to use it and analyze it and just take everything what we can do, what we can take from it to become a better company, to become a better, I don't know, team, to have better performance. So that would be my answer to this question.
Okay, very nice. And now moving into a quote from Mark Zuckerberg, who, as everyone knows, is a founder of Facebook. He famously said the following, start quote, "The biggest risk is not taking any risk at all. In a world that's changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks," end quote. On a personal or professional level, Justyna, what risks have you taken that have really paid off?
I can say that every campaign I drive on a social media, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, is a risk. It's risky because we have many different targeting options. Our audience is also changing because every day we have a new users, right? So every time I launch the campaign, I'm thinking, okay, is this gonna work, or I will need to optimize it? So it's pretty exciting, right? But I have one thought in my mind. Many years ago, I guess maybe 5, we organized IT conference in Wrocław, dedicated to the developers. And then I was also in the spot. I have a social media corner there, and I would like to do something more, I don't know, exciting for the attendees, something interesting. And I thought that we can just put there a big screen with live tweeting. And I also talked with people which I work with. Do programmers, the developers use the social media? And they said, I don't know, maybe Twitter, but not really. And I was just a little bit stressed because, there will be a huge screen with live tweeting, and then I will get 5 tweets, for example. Oh no, this is not what I wanted to see there. But I took the risk. I did it. And actually it was pretty nice effect because people were taking photos in it. They were curious how it works. Yeah, because the audience, it was developers, so they would like to know how we did that. So at the end of the day, I said, okay, it was a good decision to do that. We shouldn't be afraid of anything, I guess. We just need to go for it and do it and see what happens.
Definitely. Time will tell, right? Only, like Mark Zuckerberg said, the only risks is not taking risks at all, right?
Yes.
And that will lead to no change, and change can always lead to new opportunities. So
yeah.
Okay, Justyna, you seem like someone who loves her job. So I do have to ask you, what makes you passionate about social media?
Mm-hmm. I think that this quickly changing environment, I hate doing the same thing all the time. So I need to change to be passionate about my work, and social media just gives me it. So I think that this would be the most interesting part in the social media for me. And this is and social media are also maybe not the new, but we have a new platforms, right? So you need to learn about it every day. You can just read news and then just apply this news to your work, right? You can give a proposal. Okay, let's do it because LinkedIn, I don't know, launched new feature. Let's do it. Let's test it. So this is something which makes me passionate about the work. Constant change.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Justyna, from my research, I was made aware that you're quite good on LinkedIn. Could you talk to me about some of your secrets in terms of outreach campaigns?
I don't know if I can tell you my secrets about the LinkedIn. But yes, actually, I love it. I love the campaign manager. I love LinkedIn. I think it's a really good tool for B2B because I'm working in a B2B marketing team. So for me, this is something which I use on a daily basis, not only organic but as well the campaigns. What can I tell you about it? I can tell you what content works for me from my experience on LinkedIn. So definitely it would be the video content, some unique tips from the companies. I also promoted the magazine because we have our internal magazine, TechSpark. So we promoted many things, and we just focusing on how to show it. So I'm talking about the visual side, how to show it to our audience properly, just to make sure that they will read it, they will download it, they will click on the website. So this is something what I'm doing on a daily basis. Managing LinkedIn campaigns is about 40% of my work, I would say. So quite a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have several, like I said before, we have a several line of businesses at Luxoft, and for each of them we have different marketing managers and marketing directors working on the marketing strategies. So for each of them, I'm doing some stuff on LinkedIn. So I would say that that this is my overall experience on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And I recommend it. And I recommend it for all of the people who would like to start doing campaigns on LinkedIn. This is not very cheap business, I would say. We need to pay for it, but the tools are great. The Legion forms, the video content, like I said before, video ads, email. So direct messages. It gives us really huge opportunity to get to our clients.
Okay, I am still going to pick your brain further on LinkedIn and your expertise.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's talk about LinkedIn Campaign Manager. How does the bidding work, the optimizing campaigns in real time? Could you talk to me more about that? Like how do you optimize campaigns in real time through the Campaign Manager on LinkedIn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. So you need to remember that optimization is a day-to-day work. So you need to look at the stats almost every day. I'm doing it every day, and just looking what people clicks, what content works, what doesn't. So I stop the content which is not working, add another variation of ads, another form of ads. The same with bidding, right? Because bidding is setting the price for the click. So if I can see that, I don't know, ads is running very low, so the first thought it would be, okay, so the bid maybe is a little bit higher, too high, for example. So I need to change it, right? And go back to this tool another day, and look if it works or not. So this is also very interesting because this is something which is constantly changing, right? Because I'm logging into Campaign Manager and just looking at the data. Okay, is it work or not? Or should I change it or just stay with the previous settings? So the same with target audiences. We need to think. exactly what the target audience for our products, our services is. It can't be too big, and it can be too narrow, because we will pay for it too much, for example, right? So we need to be very careful with targeting our audiences. And I would say that this is very crucial from my perspective, to choose the right target audience, because one of the reason I'm doing it, because after the campaign, I have a great insights. When I have a report, I can see exactly what people were clicking on my ads, what job seniorities they are, what country they are from. So we have many other things which are very interesting, because we can analyze it and see how our target audience really look like after the campaign. So it would be my experience with LinkedIn and targeting.
Very interesting, Justyna. So the LinkedIn Campaign Manager gives the client the data in order to see how their campaigns are performing across LinkedIn. And through that data, then the company is able to optimize the content according to different audiences, targets, etc. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, we are going to be moving into the next section of our interview, which are a set of rapid fire questions. To get this section started off, I'd like to ask you about your source of inspiration, Justyna. So a professional role model or an influencer that you just really admire.
It is actually just one person that came to my mind, and it's Gary Vaynerchuk. And the book Ask Gary V. He is an entrepreneur. He is the CEO of the digital agency. He's a coach. He's a mentor. So he is my inspiration, I would say. He's very charismatic. So I like him. I like him a lot. And if it comes about the source of inspiration, I like watching a TEDx speech related to marketing, related to social media. Different ones. Just search it on the YouTube. Everything is there.
Yeah, me too. I'm a huge fan of TEDx. And now, as today's last question, I'm going to ask you about your favorite app at the moment and why.
I think that the TikTok is blowing every other platform out of the water at the moment. So I'm exploring it very carefully from the business perspective. The new features they provided, how the influencers are behaving on the TikTok. So not for the pleasure, but maybe a little bit too, because it's a lot of fun for me. But for the business perspective, yes, I explore TikTok right now.
Justyna, I wish we had more time today to talk more about TikTok and what you think about it on a professional level for companies. But unfortunately, we're going to have to leave that conversation for later on. It was a pleasure to have you on the Content Mix. I really enjoyed getting to know you and learning about your experience and your journey so far in marketing. So thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this project.
The pleasure has been ours. And to everybody listening in today, thank you for joining us on the Content Mix. For more perspectives on the content marketing industry in Europe, check out the Content Mix. We'll be releasing interviews just like this one every week, so keep on tuning in. Thanks again. See you next time, and have a fabulous day. Bye.